Hi, and welcome back to Chasing Financial Freedom. Today is the 11th of November 2020, and we're looking at the stock market futures. We are seeing the S&P 500 is up 18 points, Dow futures are up 165, and Nasdaq won almost 100, so 99 points. We are seeing that the stock futures open slightly higher after a mixed day on Wall Street. Yes, as of market close Tuesday, the Nasdaq had posted back-to-back sessions of declines greater than 1%, while the Dow brought its cumulative advance for the week to date to nearly 4%. Yes, Boeing was up yesterday, uh, and we are seeing some positive movement. But in my opinion, we are seeing S&P to about 3,500. We are moving toward the 4,000. We're going to see what's going to happen with that. We see Dow futures and down almost 30,000, so it's a bit up, almost the all-time high. And with the market right now, the jobless claims and so on, we're going to see how plays uh, that plays out. So we're seeing San Francisco to tax firms with overpaid CEOs. That's not going to have a great effect, I think. So then the company behind the possible first COVID vaccine, we're seeing uh, some news from BioNTech, the German company behind potential first COVID-19 vaccine. We're seeing some great people that uh, are doing, of course, this vaccine. So the firm that invented the Pfizer vaccine, BioNTech, is a German medical startup founded by the children of Turkish immigrants, Özlem Tureci and Uygar Sahin. They're both, he is the CMO and she is the CEO. So interesting. So in early 2020, Sahin read a paper in The Lancet about a virus spreading in China, and the company turned its focus on developing a potential vaccine using mRNA technology in partnership with US pharma giant Pfizer, which is bringing its development, commercial and regulatory clout to the partnership. So BioNTech also partners with Fosun Pharmaceuticals in Shanghai for China distribution. So a very interesting thing. So very interesting facts. Then the news of the day is that Carnival joins American Airlines in cashing in on vaccine rally. Yesterday and on Monday, we have seen a huge rally due to the news of the vaccine from Pfizer and BioNTech being 90% 90% effective, and we are seeing, due to that, we have seen a huge rally in aviation stocks and cruise line stocks. But of course, yesterday these hopes came down. So from Bloomberg, the two battle giants of the travel industry, Carnival Corp and American Airlines Group, are taking advantage of the coronavirus vaccine rally to sell stock. Carnival, the world's biggest cruise company, failed to sell as much as 1.5 billion in stock after its shares surged on Monday. American Airlines separately priced an offering of about 500 million in common stock at $14 per share. People familiar with the matter said. So we are probably going to see a dilution of the stocks, and we are going to see probably some uh, bad things coming out of that in the short term. But I think that in the long term we are going to have positive effects, because this is the way that these firms are going to survive. So the moves come at an opportune moment. Investors in both companies are optimistic that a COVID-19 vaccine could lift their fortunes. For Carnival, Monday's gain was the biggest one-day increase ever. Still, the stock remains down about two-thirds this year, and a downward slide resumed on Tuesday. In a filing Tuesday, Carnival said it would raise money for general corporate purposes. The Miami-based company recently completed the sale of 67.1 million common shares under a similar program. Cruise companies are trying to convince regulators and consumers that cruising is safe, but the industry may face an uphill battle until a vaccine is widely available. And I think that just because the Pfizer's vaccine needs to be stored at freezing temperatures, I think that it's going to be a little bit harder um, to put this um, vaccine around. So we're going to see about that, how this plays out. But I think that in 2 years' time, Norwegian Cruise Line and Carnival Corporation and all the air stocks are going to be up, but in 1 or 2 years' time. So separately, Norwegian Cruise Line Holding Chief Financial Officer Mark said on a conference call Tuesday that the company would look at potential capital raises on an opportunistic basis, while adding that he had a solid runway on cash and wasn't in a rush. Kempa said that the potential move could include raising money in the equity markets. Okay, let us see uh, what is going on with uh, 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 um, let us see how Novax is doing, and let us look at Norwegian Cruise Lines, Carnival. Let's look at April, how it's doing. Royal Caribbean Cruises. They usually move in Compidum together. Okay, Carnival, and let us look at Boeing, how it's doing. And let us look at Spirit Airlines. So, and maybe even Tesla. So what about Novavax? Novavax yesterday fell 12%. So let us look why Novavax stock sank today. It's November and monthly flow. Let us see. So shares dropped 20% today after the company announced its third quarter results. So what? No what? So we shouldn't have to wait very long for news about the late stage 2 studies of Novavax vaccine. Airline has a phase 3 study on vaccine in progress in the UK and hopes to begin a late stage US study later in November. The company expects to announce initial efficacy results early next year. There's also another potential catalyst for biotech stock, the regulatory filing for influenza vaccine candidate NanoFlu. Novavax plans to provide updates about its progress in filing for regulatory approval of NanoFlu once a team established to guide the process finalize its strategy. So we have two good news, so that the Novavax vaccine is in the final stage in the UK, and we have a good news about NanoFlu, which is an influenza vaccine, and they are trying to make even a combined vaccine. So that could be a great play, but I think that the stock Novavax is going to go up, but we have seen that we had a reverse stock split. So let us see in the back. So the stock was already 250 and almost $300. We have seen here 270, and then we had it 2066, and now it was 155. So it is possible to see another upward trend in the future, but we have to wait for that news. Then we have Norwegian, which is in the pre-market, is up 2%, 0.5, but I think that it's going to go down in the near future. Today. So we have April, pre-market is up. Okay. Royal Caribbean is still up, so it's and Carnival is up 4%. So it's the whole industry is up. We have Boeing up 1%, and here it stops at around 190. It's an interesting question. We have a lot of um, put options, so I mean call options, so we're going to see how this plays out, but I think that Boeing is going to be up today. Then we have Spirit Airlines, which has no movement in the pre-market, which is interesting. Then we have Tesla, so up almost 1%, interesting. And we have the previous news. So what do I think about these stocks? So Norwegian and Airlines. I think that it is wise to wait a little bit more for potential investments. So that's going to, we're going to see how this thing is going to will this stock grow? Of course they will. So okay, so that's it for today. We're going to talk about the stock market after it opens, and until then, have a great